Hey, what's up? Josiah here. So the other day, the Beauty and the Beast remake trailer came out, and I'd totally forgotten about it until I saw it on my friend's Facebook wall. And so I checked it out, and I too thought the castle looked like Hogwarts. And then, like, point 0.5 seconds later, I was like, oh, wait, no, man, that's the Beast's castle. What the heck? Warner Brothers, Disney, no. Uh, so it was cool, and I too got chills when I heard that music. I was like, oh wow, it's like yeah, so it's like Jungle Book all over again. They're referencing the music. It's like these are legit like Disney remakes. It's awesome. Um, which then just took me back to as a kid watching the movie at my family's house, just enjoying like the action and yes, the drama. Kids are impressionable. Which then made me I'm such a dude about it, but it made me realize, yo, if Jungle Book is any indicator, the CGI design for the Beast is gonna be lit. Like he's gonna look so fire. And if since it's a straight up remake, why should the Beast look any different? I mean, as a kid, before I even knew what a chimera was, I knew the Beast was it. As a kid, as a what five? I guess I was as a 5-year-old kid. Whenever I remember watching it, just he's part lion, he's part buffalo. I remember looking this up years and years ago too, just out of curiosity. Never thinking there'd be a remake. I once wanted to make a Beauty and the Beast movie, but I wanted to like see what other creatures that were really indigenous to like France, since I think that's where the story takes place. But anyway, I think the Disney design for the Beast is like bison, lion, wolf. Um, yeah, and I'm like, what? He just looked like he should exist, And I just thought about that. So, looking forward to photo reveal or another teaser with that. That's just cool. But then, um, that came to mind when I was actually watching Arrow today. I couldn't see the flat. I saw the Flash. I couldn't see the finale, is what I meant to say, last night live. Because I go to bed early or try to because I have to be up early for work. And the episode I believe for Arrow was called Schism, and Felicity like defines it for Oliver. Two warring sides or warring parts, could be more than two, but it's not like a faction like, red versus blue or something, but like it's an internal thing. A schism has to do with war of your internal life, light versus dark for anyone who is, following Arrow season 4. Um, and Oliver's a really dark character who's been growing and things like that, and just really trying to figure his life out with vigilantism and other people with gifts, and trying to save the world like he is. Um, and so on the drive to go pick up my dad from the metro, I got to thinking about all of that. I was thinking about Beauty and the Beast again because I used it at work today as a little sample when I was trying to make sure I got clean audio for a project. And then, I watched Arrow a few hours ago, and I think they started dovetailing a chimera and schism. Multiple parts and things at war with each other started to kind of fuse in the old noggin. And it just made me think about myself. It made me wonder also about other people who have like multiple parts of who they are, or if you ever experience schism in your own life, like you know uh well, I thought about like discipline and maturity basically, because there are some things I want to get done in my life, and they're not happening as soon as I want them to. um and for anyone in their 20s, I'm 27, I'm still at home. um and, time really flies. When you're a kid, your mid 20s, mid to late 20s seems so far away, right? Like, whoa, I got all the time in the world. Um, and it. I was watching also this Justin Simeon Lena Waithe thing that I sent to my friends on Facebook, a pilot called 20s, dealing with this very thing of, that sort of quarter life crisis. All this stuff just started fusing together, melding and whatnot. And I remember something my boss said. He said, discipline is, I have to paraphrase here, doing something over and over again, regardless of emotional state. And when it comes to discipline, what's one of the most obvious emotional states? I don't want to do this, whatever it is. Um, and so sometimes I got to be careful with my thoughts because sometimes it can be like reverse YouTube or reverse Facebook. You know how on YouTube or Facebook, you're only going to be on for like 5, 10 minutes, to check some notifications or to, reply to a comment or something. Next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. You're still on YouTube or Facebook, or you got to YouTube through Facebook or something like that. And I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to take to heart what my boss said again about discipline, because I want to be a writer, or, well, I am a writer. Um, and my boss has been having me do some exercises, and one of them for personal development was set a goal. And last month I set a goal to write in a notebook, old '90s composition. In fact, I got it here because I was writing, '90s, Throwback Thursday, right? Um, and just to write like one page every other day, you know. That'd be my minimum. And I would just recap my day. And I've actually been doing that to the point that sometimes I'm writing every day and sometimes I'm writing 3 and 4 plus pages just to recap whatever feelings I had. And it's just one of many things I'm trying to do as far as be disciplined and, fight the schism within of, I don't feel like doing this today. And it could, writing is a passion of mine, but it could be something else that I have to do. Um, all on the road to adulthood. Um, so, if you feel like it, let's link up below in the comments. Anyone else dealing with, personal schism, personal responsibility versus, maturity versus laziness. Anybody going through any of that, comment below. And maybe we can help each other out. All isn't lost. I try not to get too lost in my thoughts of, maybe I'll never be a writer, but it's not true. It's not true. I've got so much planned this year, and I'm already working on a script right now. And I know writing and research and things take time, and sometimes you got to step away from a project. A good family friend and writing partner was just telling me that yesterday. In fact, sometimes you got to step away, and sometimes the characters aren't speaking to you and things like that. And, I try not to feel, not abandoned, just take a break and then come back, just keep doing it over and over and over again. You know, Out in the wild, he got to do it, every day or he doesn't eat. So those are my thoughts for today. Peace out.